Alright, hindsight for the week of February 17th to 21. Awesome, absolutely fantastic week. 3 trades, three wins, and on a account. So that's pretty nice, right? It's ideal to have a 100% win rate on your first week. You only need like another 3 or with a 0-7. But let us go over our hindsight and the trades we've taken this past week. And hopefully, well, not hopefully, but this video should come out somewhat professionally. Whether that being it is educational or it's just for myself, for my own channel. Let's go to Monday instead of dabbling. Monday, already can tell you, didn't trade on Monday. Who I was here, just didn't take a position. Initially, the whole idea was to see actually buy intention present itself. That reason being that 25 buy high continuation structure side of this larger sideways range. We do see initiation structure that did run certain levels, liquidity levels, resulting in possibly that idea to see buy continuation. That was my narrative, but I also understood if that were to present itself, that idea of buying, it would be here at the bottom, and that was like 20 pips. It wasn't really realistic, so I was more neutral, closer to leaning to staying out, and I stayed out. Obviously I did observe the session, and I did actually write a few things down. Like I said, this lower half is where I would look to actually see the buy intention present itself. Didn't really get it, did see this, but no execution here. Moved up on the chart and later closed the chart. Reason, not my original POI with liquidity, plus it's a US bank holiday, and that was also a factor. US bank holiday means a bit stranger price movement, right? Not necessarily saying there isn't volatility or movement, because this is good movement. You could have sold here, valid TP, solid profit, right? But that wasn't my understanding, so it was okay. So I was actually looking to possibly get in a sell, but there wasn't any sell opportunities besides this one. But even then, I did not like it how this really moved. Also, it's late in the session, because on the opposite side, having that buy narrative, seeing this buy side aggression come in, wasn't really the best of options. Stayed out of New York as well. I'm glad about that. So Monday, nothing much. Let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday, fantastic. A 2.2 hour trade. Let's go from the higher time frame first. Not higher time frame, but just a larger chart. You can see Tuesday, we were basically sideways. I still had that buy narrative though. If I was selling that sell side, could have possibly snagged more. That buy narrative came from large sideways range intention and resting liquidity. What do I like to see? After liquidation of low, the observation of new intention based on location, being that buy high continuation location. Not the best location, but for initiation structure, it's fairly decent. As well as the area, the POI. What did the POI see? It saw higher prices and got me a solid TV from it. So that's pretty neat. Accumulation at Frankfurt, Asia, whatever you want to call it. Accumulation intention through upside, running liquidity, pullback structure, creating what? Stack lows. Stack lows is what? Liquidity. We do have a sideways range. That becomes my POI of interest. And then what do we get eventually? We see that pullback structure into these lows here. Liquid price takes out the lows, see new intention into demand area, going to the upside. Originally, my TP was gonna be up here, but then saw price slowing down, so that narrative of it possibly shifting came in. I closed it, and that was very smart because we got it taken out. But I could have actually kept it a bit higher to the actual TP. Why is this the TP? This accumulation C is this high, so it's quote unquote guaranteed. Nothing's never really guaranteed, but that is what I see in my setup. It's sort of guaranteed, and we do liquidate it, and you'll see all of the setups. It has to align to the same model in order to keep my series of 10 consistent. I think I was just around 10 now for quite a bit. Back to the actual chart entry. Price moved in, very aggressive, but I saw this as a solid buy opportunity, especially since we do get sort of rejection because price attempts to go higher and higher. It does fail, but we don't. It's a weird one. I just understood the rather high time frame because this is the same as what's happening on the high time frame. Seeing this move out is the same as this move here. That's why I executed, playing alongside the high time frame understanding. We see we did manage to get that TP, not crazy or anything, but respectable and solid. However, price shifts to bearish. Why? Moves into discount eventually. That is understood. Okay. No New York. Wednesday. I understand. Hey, price is bearish. Why am I saying that? We're taking lows. We're not respecting buy side. Shift the narrative to a more neutral, possibly bearish narrative based on our high time frame location. High time frame location was closer to 50% as well, but favoring more of the sell side based on it being on the upper half of the 50% level. So I know where to align myself. Blue arrows a little indicator to show, hey, my mindset was bearish for the session and I stuck to it. Very happy with that. Back to what was price doing? We reacted out of a high time for POI. Would have loved to be in a part of it here, but not my session window. Session windows London is at 10, 9, 10 daylight savings, right? Quite cool, whatever. We see price starts to trend here sideways, and I know now. Initially I wanted to see this high, but I understood that prices was precise. We do indeed mitigate over here, so there's no guarantee price can actually come back, or there's no reason for it to really come back if price really wants to see lower prices, right? We start to trend, stack highs, trend down further, and we see that initiation or accumulation, initiation, mitigation of a previous range as well. Right, the chart's very messy. Very messy, sorry about that. And it probably sound like I was stuffed nose, was slightly stuffy. But inside bar, intention to the downside, clear break of structure, pull back into higher prices. We see an internal momentum shift in the sense of a range initiation, pullback mitigation, and sell side continuation. I could have had tighter stop loss, but that's kind of too ridiculous. Because guess what this is on top? Liquidity. Price can always take this high and see sell side then after, but it worked out and played out very well. What was my TP? I got a 4. Did I get a 4? No, it was about 3-3, I think. Yes, about a 3-3. Why? Was targeting this range low. Why this range low? This range, to me, in fact, was the breakout of the breakout that saw higher prices. 100% could have held much longer, but there's no guarantee that hey, it would have just shoot, or it could have just see that sell side intention and came back up on me. So I'm happy to have secured my profit, especially since I'm trading for profitable, that being the problem. So I'm not gonna shout out the prop's name yet. Still going through them. But either way, for now it's okay. However, the idea of okay, it's fine. I'm gonna make this video too long. We trend into the downside, sell side initiation, following the higher time frame narrative of bearish prices and the mitigation, and that's what gives me confidence. I would like to explain the setup a bit better in another video, so I won't go too deep into how I trade, but it's fairly easy. Not easy, but understood. Right, yeah, my Thursday. Thursday, very difficult. Personally, I started the session a little later due to personal reasons, but we have the sideways range. And what do I see? Accumulation, initiation, pull assumption, mitigation, buy side continuation. Fantastic. Why? I'm being one with the chart, being understood in every scenario, and that was absolutely beautiful. So I know we're buying into price. I want to locate myself in the relatively high probability area, which becomes this low to this high. Why this low? This low is the most recent accumulation that held liquidity and saw initiation to the upside, taking highs and creating a new high or taking liquidity. That's 1 year. So what happened? We see accumulation, initiation, price creating that liquidity and seeing further initiation to the upside. Why do I say miss opportunity here? Because honestly, that is what it is. Because on the other hand, yes, we do take this low here in the future, but for this setup here, we take a low here that saw internal highs and as well as that internal momentum shift. Absolutely beautiful, right? However, if depending on how you enter this position, if you entered here, safe stop loss below that low over there. Let's go hindsight, just so it's a bit easier. Safe stop loss below that low there. You target this high, right? You'd be break even. Why? Break even after the most recent high liquidates, and that is the most recent high. There's a break even setup. But if you have entered like this, safe stop loss below this low, same idea, same concept. I would have said some bullshit like this high here can be your break even level, but that's kind of contradicting yourself. So it's not really a miss position. It's a break even position that aligns with the setup, yes. But that's just you removing one break even from your series of trade of 10, your series of 10. But this would trade, yeah, very beautiful. Almost did not enter it. Why? Stop loss was a bit big. It was over here. So I tightened it. Where did I tighten it to? The range in between the candles. Absolutely beautiful. Because that's actually where we react from. Entered a little late on the second candle reaction. But still got that relatively quote unquote safe stop loss. Targeting the highs. See price slows down. Little bit of FOMO. But also I wasn't too crazy in the sense of I would just want to secure my profit for the week because I wasn't gonna trade Friday due to news, right? So I was okay with just closing up here. And what we see, like I said, the targets will still be met. The quote unquote guaranteed highs gets liquidated before we see new intention. That new intention saw a low and price continued up. But if I have held it to say a crazy R, I would have gotten a break even. But also, this the play I'm playing. Where does this come from? This comes from that low over there somewhere. And where do we go to? Up there. So maybe I could have gone for crazy R's, right? But that's not the point. The point is saying as long as I'm able to consistently catch R pips from the market, I'm thankful, and I give the praise and glory to Christ, because He have given me the wisdom to actually succeed, or not, or try and succeed, to succeed in what I'm pursuing, right? And right now, very thankful for this week, bro. Absolutely thankful. But yeah, GG's.